Long. You see the arches going all the way that way. Please God, we'll go in there also.
So this is the bridge of what?
This is a bridge.
For entering the...
Very good question. Jews were living over here. The Temple Mount was here, and that very steep valley was in the way. People who lived over here were rich and important, and they didn't want to keep going down and up and down and up and down and up, so they built a bridge so they could get easily to the Temple Mount there. But right now we're under the last double arch of the bridge, and we're standing under this top arch. So what's behind? What's that way? Come through. The Muslims built huge arches. Now we're standing under some of those arches. These arches were built 750 years ago. And on top of those arches, the Muslims, they were called the Mamelukes, raised up many of the buildings that today make up the Muslim quarter. Quite a few of those buildings are 750 years old. And there you've got it. We are actually sitting under this building, a madrasa, which is a Muslim religious school. Now you began your tour right here. These are the arches of the bridge that we walked under, and you're now sitting on this white light, looking straight ahead at the Western Wall. Below our feet, the ground is about 10 meters below us. This is the bottom of Warren Shaft we were looking down at. And the rest of our tour is going to take us north, under all these buildings, through a tunnel built by us, with God's help, between 1968 and 1988. The ground will be rising slowly under our feet until finally, at the very end, we're actually going to walk underground. With the proper professional archaeological light, you would realize that even some of these stones in this layer have these edges. These edges are used by archaeologists, but above, no. This layer is in question, this layer definitely not. If these edges tell us something, they tell us the age of the stones. 2,000 years old, built by Herod's engineers. And I am basing that on work done by Dan Bahat. Dan Bahat was our archaeologist from 1981 until recently. Is the only information we have on what's inside the Temple Mount, because we are not allowed to dig there. So anything that we know about what is inside the Temple Mount comes from Charles Warren. These tunnels were built by the Israelis between 1968 and 1988. And the purpose was to find the Western Wall. And here it is. At least 2,000-year-old stones. In order to make sure that the Muslim quarter would stay safely up on top, we spent $5 million pouring all this concrete. And that is why it took us 20 years to build a tunnel that's only 150 meters long. And this is the way out.